Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd session on how to look at closing ranks for DNB and NBE Diploma seats in All India Counselling. There are DNB, which are 3-year programs, 3-year courses similar to MDMS courses in hospitals and in some government medical colleges in specific specialities or in government institutes. So government hospitals, private hospitals, some government medical colleges offer DNB nuclear medicine or DNB palliative medicine, etc. Certain courses which are not available in MDMS is even in those medical colleges. So those are 3-year courses. This you can do after your MBBS and it is equivalent to a PG degree except for one or two minor differences. After completing a DNB, you will be able to do your post-graduation, a super specialty immediately. You will be able to register and you will be able to practice that specialty immediately. Going beyond the perception, etc. and all, DNB from a regulatory perspective has only one difference with respect to joining as a teaching faculty in a medical college. That we will take it up separately, but we are looking at DNB as a seat. There will be many DNB seats which are taken up by candidates even below even when better MDMS seats even when MDMS seats are available, they consider some of the DNB institutes to be better in terms of quality of academics, infrastructure, equipments availability, and they pick up seats. That trend has started, may not be to a high level. Second, NBE Diploma, 2-year courses. Please check our course videos on PG Diploma versus NBE Diploma. That will give you a good idea of what NBE Diploma is. Those are 2-year courses. You can practice after completion. You will be able to register and then after completion. But this is not a degree course. It is a diploma course. You will still have to further go on for a PD set or a NEET PG for doing your degree course. They can be government or private institutes like both a DNB and NBE Diploma. Both come under National Board of Examinations. The same board which conducts your examination also is responsible for running these courses in hospitals. They accredit hospitals and then run these courses, conduct the exam for the course itself, the final exam. Like university conducts it for MBBS, MDMS, NBE conducts it for these courses too, and then awards the degree which is valid, which is recognized or accredited by NMC for practice. Now stipend varies as per minimum state versus state, minimum stipend of state versus actual stipend. So minimum an institute has to give is 43,000, 45,000 or 47,000. This is the minimum irrespective of what the state stipend is. This is the minimum that the institute has to give. Some institutes don't follow this. We try to get as much data as possible on NB institutes, but still newer institutes we might not be able to get. That is a possible 3 to 4% which we might miss out in Ziner, because there is a new institute, they haven't even decided on the stipend. They don't put up the stipend on MCC. It is difficult for anyone to get it because they decide it later. But there are some institutes where we try to figure it out with the candidates, etc., and then try to tell them that the decision needs to be made and updated in MCC as well. Now this is the minimum stipend, 43, 45, 47. If a state, let us say, offers 86,000 as the stipend for government institutes in the state for offering MDMS, then that state should offer 86,000 and not 43,000. So if your institute is not offering the MDMS equivalent stipend, write to NBE. They will ensure that the institute offers the MDMS equivalent stipend. That is a clear thing that NBE has been helping out candidates with who raise the issue to the board. So that is a given. You can, but currently we can't give you assurance. Let us say we are posting in ZyNerd saying that the stipend is 50,000, but the state stipend is 65,000. In what period of time, after how much of effort will it move on to 65,000? There is no assurance. Currently you should go with the idea that currently this is what is being offered, but I actually am eligible for a higher stipend. I might need to go there and fight it out to get that stipend. Minimum should be 43, 45, 47, not below that. Some states, in fact today not many states offer below this. So anyways, this is the minimum that is prescribed by NBE for first year, second year and third year. Now fee is the same. This candidates ask DNB management quota, NB Diploma management quota, private institute DNB, government institute DNB, everywhere the fee is the same, which is 1.25 lakhs. Bond alone might be there for some government, state government institutes. Those we would have mentioned the bond. Private institutes don't have a bond. Now we look at how to look at this information in ZyNerd. Under ZyNerd, go to closing ranks. Under closing ranks, you go under All India Counselling. If you are not an in-service candidate, you are not in the government service, then all seats that you are eligible for, I'm not in government seats service, I'm not in PSUs, I am not in government or autonomous bodies, central, state government, etc. You're not an in-service candidate. Then all the seats under DNB and NBE Diploma, you can avail only through the All India Counselling. How do you filter it out? How do you do that? In MCC All India Counselling, when All India quota seats are allotted, along with that, the same allotment, you will fill choices for NBEMS as well, which is DNB and NBE Diploma, you will get one allotment based on your choices. So you will fill choices together, AAQ choices, MDMS choices, AAQ, MDMS choices, DNB, NBE Diploma choices, and you'll get one allotment out of it depending upon the preference. Some candidates might put in DNB radio diagnosis in the top 3 institutes, let us say 4-5 institutes, and then put up MD radio diagnosis in the top 3-4 institutes, and then put DNB Gangaram as the 4th or 5th choice, because they know that Gangaram is excellent. Even candidates who are at ranks 1000, 1500 might even opt for Gangaram. This you will see here. So for how do you filter out? Let us say I'm looking at radio diagnosis DNB. I'll go here and type radio diagnosis. I have options. MD radio diagnosis, definitely no. DNB radio diagnosis is the 3-year course. I am interested in this. I'll click on this. If I am interested in 2-year diplomas, diploma in radio diagnosis, 2 years only, then I will click on this. If I am this are in NBE institutes, hospitals are under NBE. Your degree is not from the university. NBE gives you the degree in hospitals, government hospitals. That is where these seats are in. NBE, DNB diploma, that is what we are looking at. If you select diploma in radio diagnosis, it is going to be in a medical college under a university. University will conduct the exams similar to MDMS exams. That will be a 2-year diploma. You want to know the difference, you can look at it. Currently, what are we selecting? We are selecting only DNB radio diagnosis, and we are looking at 2024 round 1, 2 and 3, and then we are looking at what quota. We have already selected a thing, DNB radio diagnosis, but we are selecting DNB post MBBS. DNB post MBBS is a 3-year one. If I'm interested in 2-year, I will also select NBE diploma, but right now DNB radio diagnosis is already filtered. So I'm looking at all the seats under DNB radio diagnosis and where those closed. I am very surprised to see that within All India rank 317, candidates have taken Gangaram, and somehow even though radio diagnosis seats were available across different categories, candidates have taken Gangaram. I will also put up MD radio diagnosis to see, is this true? I will filter out on the quota, remove it, and see under maybe AAQ, which is MDMS, and DNB post MBBS. I want to see where everything closed over here, and I will see that only around 20 odd seats had closed above Gangaram. 20-25 seats have closed above Gangaram, but after that Gangaram closed, which means beyond the top 25 institutes, Gangaram closed, and then only rest of them closed. Does not mean every DNB institute is good. Don't take that approach at all. Candidates do put in effort to look at which DNB institutes are good, because these candidates who are interested in DNB radio diagnosis put in that effort to identify that Gangaram is good. They did not miss out. Just like that, they did not miss out DNB. That is what we are saying. We are not saying every DNB radio diagnosis seat is equivalent to MDMS, but please put in that effort. Like you can see, within rank thousands, candidates have taken around 10 different institutes, knowing that these are better. It is not only one seat, it is multiple seats, and those have closed. So some of these might be better colleges, and should I opt for them? You take do an analysis, proper evaluation, and then put your choices between MDMS and DNB. Here you will be able to see that all these private institutes will only have Gen seats. There is no reservation in private institutes. If you belong to the category of OBC, let us say, after looking at Gen, you also filter out on OBC. Don't do it directly. We would not suggest you to do it directly, so that you understand which seats have OBC, might have OBC. There's only one institute which had OBC last year. This might change this year, because government institutes which offer DNB radio diagnosis are very, very minimal, and within that, if someone offers it, that might change category every year. So you will have to check at the seat matrix of this year and then evaluate that institute, and then go ahead and put it under choice filling. So if I take government institutes alone offering DNB last year, then how will I filter it out? I will filter it out on government institutes. I will filter on category as null, and I will I'll select all categories, let us say, except including general category, and I'll say government institutes DNB. This will give me, I'll say DNB radio diagnosis. I'll select institute types as NBE government institute over here, and I'll take categories as open, as in basically all the categories. I will get the list of institutes which are government, which are offering DNB radio diagnosis. These seats might come under, except for BARC, which might not have reservation, the rest of the seats might come under any category next year. SC, EWS. It might change category because they have reservation, they might change category. So keep looking at these institutes as well if you're looking at reservation. If you look, and there might be additional new institutes as well, look at the seat matrix and then take a call. Now we said DNB radio diagnosis. If I want to look at DNB anesthesiology, mine is a high rank. I belong to let us say EWS category. Where did those close? Beyond general, I am looking at EWS category seats under DNB anesthesia, and these are the institutes, all government institutes. These are district hospitals offering DNB anesthesia. It was available till 32,000. This is the fee. Fee is the same, we said, for everything, everyone, every institute, but the stipend varies and the bond might also vary. So please keep looking at this information and then take a call. If you click on it, you will also have additional information on bond applicability. 1 year 20 lakhs bond is applicable for DNB courses. There is no confirmation. Northern Railway does not have a bond. We have confirmed that. We will be updating that this year. There might be some differences in stipend for first time institutes of last year. We will get that update from the candidates. We are getting that updates from the candidates, and before the counseling we will update every information. This is as far as DNB goes. You can also filter out only on clinical DNB and check where this went on, or above 25,000 what are the clinical DNB seats that were available. You can just check on this and it will say only DNB anesthesia, a few DNB ENT, DNB ophthalmology were available last year. So those filters you can always use. Now let us get into NBE diploma. If you want to look at NBE diploma seats, the quota that you need to filter is NBE diploma. In All India Counselling, when you are entering to when you are going for registration, you will select NBMS quota, which is common for DNB post MBBS and NBE diploma. Here we have differentiated that so that there is a clear differentiation of 2 years versus 3-year courses. Category, let us currently consider a general category candidate and look at all the clinical courses which were allotted under NBE diploma quota. 2-year courses under NBE diploma, but clinical only. NBE diploma is available only in around 9 specialties now. Emergency medicine is also added. So there are around 9 specialties which are offering NBE diploma over here. And click on view results. You will have the complete list of seats which are available under general category. You want to change the category, you can change that. And till what ranks were they available is something that you can see over here. Diploma in family medicine, 2 years course was available even till 65,000. There's one sensitive thing over here. Please ensure that at these levels, when you're going to an institute, the hospital is good, and ensure that you get feedback from someone, because there are a lot of dropouts. You will see that not many candidates who have gone to these institutes have continued with these institutes. They might have come back and moved out of those institutes. So be clear about checking whether the institute is good, whether there is enough infrastructure, caseload, etc., and then take a call. Usually DODA are available even after 50,000 ranks, but they might not be the best institutes. You can just keep looking at filtering on different courses to figure out where each institute goes as far as diplomas are concerned. If you filter out on NBE as a course, it is an NBE diploma. If you just say diploma in anesthesia, it is in a medical college. For the difference, look at our video on PG diploma versus NBE diploma. Right now, DNB and NBE diploma is what we are looking at in hospitals or government hospitals, private or government hospitals. Now this will give you an idea if you go through that. Some of the institutes don't have the bed details. It is around 80-85% only availability in Ziner itself as far as the bed details are concerned. This is because those institutes don't share the data. All of them would have been new institutes. We still keep continuing to get information from candidates on beds, etc. Unless we 100% have it, we don't share it here. But for all the institutes, we would suggest at least to go through this and know what is the stipend and all other details, and then take a call. Some institutes might offer you a lower stipend as well than the actual prescribed stipend, but you will have to fight it out in case you want higher, or if you're not the type who will go and raise an issue, then go with the lower stipend that they are offering and then take a decision. This is as far as DNB and NBE diploma is concerned. A lot of good seats are available, even above rank 25,000 like you saw. In DNB too, there are seats available, but the institutes you will have to further evaluate. That is a very big criteria. Perception of DNB versus MDMS, that is outside the scope of what we are experts in. Probably faculty, doctors, practitioners will tell you, but what we can tell you is don't miss out a seat, good seat, just because it is a DNB seat. Evaluate it, talk to candidates over there. There are excellent DNB practitioners too, and practitioners who have completed DNB. It all depends upon how much of value that institute adds, not necessarily like MD versus DNB versus MDMS. One institute seat versus another institute seat, whether it is MDMS or DNB, is how you should ideally approach it. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you need any information on how to look at this data, please call us. We will help you out. Thank you.